Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to start working with some coordinate geometry formulas. Today I'd like to introduce you to the midpoint formula. So you'll remember from previous problems or previous units that we have done that midpoint means the center of a line segment, where you can split a line segment into two smaller congruent segments. So today we're going to learn how on a coordinate plane, given a set of coordinates, you can calculate the midpoint or the halfway point of a line segment. So this is the formula you see right here, the midpoint formula. You're just going to take the x values from each point. So in this case, our points are 4, 1, and 2, -5. So we're going to place x1 and x2, the 4 and the 2 in here with a plus sign in between, divided by 2. And then we have the y values added, 1 plus a -5. And we know that 1 plus a negative translates to just 1 minus 5. Okay, so you're just going to use that same sign in front of that number that you see here, divided by 2. Essentially, what you're doing is averaging your x's and averaging your y's. Add two numbers together, divide by 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6, divided by 2 gives us 3. And here, 1 minus 4 is -4, divided by 2 gives us -2. So we're going to come down here and put this formula to use. So first of all, because we have this fraction bar, I'd like you guys to, if you are doing this through Kami, I'd like you to learn how to do that. This division bar here will help you out. So the division bar is where we get our symbols for math. So we're just going to click the division bar and then click in the space where we want to show our work. And then I hit the pi, and that's going to bring up a whole bunch of symbols. So I do want a fraction here. The fraction is down here, AB. On my board, I've been using it a lot. So anytime you repeatedly use a sign, it puts a nice little shortcut bar on top for you. So I have this, the A over B. So I want to add my x's together. My x's are 5 plus 1. And then on the bottom, so I'm going to use my down arrow button to get to that, and that's going to be 2. So I'm averaging my x's, 5, 1 plus 5, 2. And then I'm going to use the right arrow button to get out of the fraction. I'm going to put a comma there because this is a point. It's an x, y coordinate. And I'm going to enter another fraction here. And now I'm going to add my y's together. So I have 0 plus 4 and my down button to put the 2 in there. And then I can just click out of there and I'm out. Okay, so again, I'm going to open up another box. This is going to go below the line here because I didn't start high enough to begin with. So 5 plus 1 is 6, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. These are coordinates, so I am going to put those in parentheses. And then 0 plus 4 is 4, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my midpoint coordinates are right here, 3, 2. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. I'm going to start my box up a little bit higher this time so I have some room here. And I'm going to try and do this pick a different color here. Okay, I want to start with a fraction, and I'm going to start by adding my x's together, and that's a -9 plus 7. Those are my x's, and on the bottom, that's going to be a 2. Use the right arrow right here, get my fraction bar, and then my y's are 3 plus a -8. So I'm just going to put in -8 there, and that'll be over 2. Okay. And then just in case we need to see these, the in-between steps here, -9 plus 7 is a -2 divided by 2. And then we'll have another fraction. And 3 minus 8 is a -5 divided by 2. So our coordinates here, put this over here. I'm just going to still do this in red. We can still do this here. Negative 2 divided by 2 is a negative 1. Oops, I need the parentheses. Negative 1. And then negative 5 halves, it cannot reduce. If I can reduce it, I would. I'm just going to put in negative 5 halves here. So negative, and then my fraction, 5 over 2. Oh, and that's kind of in a bad place because it can't really see the negatives there. So I'm just going to, can't really move these very well. So I'm just going to just do this in a regular text box. There's nothing I need the symbols for here. So negative 1 and negative 5 halves. I can do it by fractions like that. That's fine. Okay, so negative 1, negative 5 halves. If you would prefer to see that as a negative 2.5, that's fine with me. I don't care. Okay, so why don't you pause the video and give number 3 a try. Okay, and here we go. We have our x's, negative 2 plus a negative 7, which is just negative 2 minus 7 divided by 2. And then our y's, 9 and 7. So 9 plus the 7 divided by 2. So negative 2 minus 7, same signs, add them together. That's a negative 9 over 2. We can just write as negative 9 halves. And 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So there's our coordinates. Negative 9 halves, 8, or if you prefer, negative 4.5, 8. Okay, let's pause and have you try 4, 5, and 6 and see how these turn out. Okay, welcome back, and let's take a look at 4, 5, and 6. So we can see all of your work down out here. You can see all the substitutions, the adding or subtracting, and your final coordinates for 4, 5, and 6. Let me know if you have any further questions on how to do this. These are the only problems on this worksheet you need to do. I do want you to turn it in. Just have all the work shown, done. Turn it in so I can see that you've done it, and we'll be learning about distance this week also. And then at the end of the week, I'm just going to have you do a really quick checkup on Google Forms, making sure that you are able to do these formulas. I highly suggest you take just a piece of paper, write down the midpoint formula, and then there's going to be some more formulas that we're going to be learning this week and next week and the next couple of weeks. And it would be nice for you to just create a reference sheet so that you have it to be able to look up those formulas as you need them. Okay, that's all for today. Good luck with this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.